Hey everyone, Board Game Bro here. Today I'm here to talk about the drinking game for Ticket to Ride. Now, Ticket to Ride, it's obviously an older game. It's over a decade old at this point, and I tend to have the problem that the more modern games are the ones that hit the table for me. These just, games like Ticket to Ride just don't have the same meat or zing. They don't have the same jazz that some of the more modern games have, and because of this just doesn't get the table time that it used to. Now, personally, I've got a problem. I can't get rid of any games. My collection is like a prison. You can get in, but you can't get out. It's Alcatraz. Sure, there's a story or two out there, but for the most part, nobody leaves once you're in. Like a crazy cat lady that can't even remember how many of the cats are named Whiskers at this point. I just have so many and enough that it's a little bit overwhelming, but I just refuse to get rid of them. I don't want to be helped. To help alleviate this problem a bit, I have come up with a drinking game for this to help it get a little bit more table time. Now, in this drinking game, I had three rules when I made it. One, to get inebriated. And let me tell you, this game will do the trick. Unless you have the body type of Shaq, these rules are going to get you and your friends that are playing decently drunk. Next, I wanted to make sure it got more table time. I'm a big proponent of getting value out of your games, and the more often you play them, the better the purchase was. And last, I just wanted to make sure the game was simple. And Ticket to Ride's a great candidate for a simple drinking game because the rules already are only 2 pages. It's very easy to staple on some drinking rules without being confusing, without detracting from the game itself, just adding fun and inebriation, really. Now, be forewarned, the rules I came up with are going to mean you're going to be drinking fairly heavy. Be prepared to drink anywhere from 3 to 5 drinks throughout this game. And by drinks, I mean like literal beers or drinks of your choice. There are 6 rules that we're going to go over. 4 that are going to take place during the game, and 2 that will take place at the end of the game, and we'll go through those. And without just calling it the game, from here on out, it will be named Ticket to Tipsy. Actually, I'm not really sold on that name. In fact, I went looking for a better name. I looked up synonyms for drunk. Couldn't really find anything. None of the synonyms really rhymed or made a lot of sense. Monged Out was fun. I've never heard that one before. But I came to Barfly. I was like, oh, yeah, Barfly. That makes sense. Like, if you drink too much, you get a little Barfly. I could use that in a sentence like, oh, Daniel's going hard. He's getting Barfly tonight. Ayo. And then I looked into it and realized it's Barfly, and I'm an idiot. Now, last thing before we get started, if you are not 21, turn around, get out. And now that the kids are gone, let's get started. Shit's kind of warm. Really slow at recording. So now, let's actually go over the rules, finally. There are 6 rules total. 4 that we're going to go through during the game, and 2 you'll need to remember for the end of the game. Rule number 1. Give away 1 drink for every train worth of track you lay in a colored route, in a route that is not gray. As an example, let's go from Duluth to Chicago. If I have the necessary cards, I can put down the track, and because this is not a gray route, I get to give 1 drink out for every one of the trains. So I get to give out 3. So I could give out 2 to one person, 1 to another, 3 to all to one person, however you want to split it up. Rule number 2 is about laying gray tracks. So gray tracks are easy. They're relaxing almost. You don't have to worry about what color you're putting down. Just whenever you feel like you can, you just throw down a gray track nice and easy. Well, what a thoughtless, it's a mechanic that doesn't require any character building, and we're going to fix that. You will think about it next time. So in exchange for such a wussy move as taking a gray track, you must drink. You must be punished. So 1 track means you have to drink 6 because you were lazy. 6 trains, at least you worked kind of hard on this, you only have to drink 1. Now, there's an actual chart that will tell you exactly how many you need to drink. Now, this feels a little convoluted, but keep in mind, Ticket to Ride is full of charts already, so you just need to look at the chart, boom, right here. But according to the number of gray trains that you lay, or gray track that you lay, drink to this chart. Now, here's an example. So if I were to get the 3 cards needed to play a gray route, which again is much less effort, you get punished. So let's go from Duluth to Sault Ste. Marie, which I've literally never heard of. And all we have to do is look at this little handy dandy chart afterwards. So that was 3 trains I laid, which means I need to drink 4. So I'll give you a much more attractive version of this, but just feel free to write it down like I did. Just according to this chart, that is the number of drinks you can lay. If you want to avoid the chart, technically you could do 7 minus n, where n equals the number of trains you need to lay. That's the number of drinks you're supposed to drink. But I told you this wasn't going to be convoluted, and I don't think I'm going to convince anyone of that with a math problem. So just use the chart. Rule number 3, can't really give you an example on this one. You're just going to have to go with it. When someone becomes audibly annoyed because someone else, maybe even you, took their route, a route they wanted to get on, they must drink 2. Now, admittedly, this really doesn't make anyone drink all that much. It's more just there for the 2 to 3 times in a game that you catch someone being annoyed and get to just poke fun of them a little bit. You get to add a little insult to injury, because not only did their route get taken, everyone laughs at them and they have to take a drink. So, great rule for poking fun at people. Now, the last rule you need to remember, number 4, during the game, is anytime someone lays a route, someone else can issue a challenge. Now, a challenge asks this question: how many in the route that you laid, how many of the cities are capitals of their state or province? So the answers can be neither, 1 or 2 of them are. And if you get it right, if someone challenges me and I get it right, the challenger has to drink. And the opposite is true. If I get it wrong, I have to drink. This one is in here for 2 reasons. 1, it slows the game down a little bit. I mentioned earlier, this is kind of a chug fest. So it slows it down just a little bit. But 2, it's really just kind of fun to break up the game for a moment and have a little quiz, and people are going to be wrong a lot, and you're going to be surprised when people are wrong, and you're going to be caught in stupid situations. And it just, again, it kind of gets the whole poking fun at each other sort of situation in. You can't really start arguments because one of you is objectively wrong, but it's funny when one of you are objectively wrong about these sorts of things. So don't be the person that does this every single time that someone lays a route down, or you'll be that guy. But fun rule to break the game up a little bit and quiz each other. So those are the 4 rules you're going to need throughout the game. Now there's 2 more that you're going to have to remember for the end of the game. The first, so I guess the 5th rule, if you have a destination card that you did not score, you have to drink 2 for everyone you don't score. So don't overcommit, because if you do, you're going to get punished. Ooh, warm beer. Jeez. Rule number 6, and the last one. Whoever wins, congratulations. What we're going to do, we're going to take your score, divide it by 20, and everyone at the table has to drink that number. So if you scored 105 and you were the top person, well, everyone else needs to drink 6. We're going to round up in this situation, get everyone drinking a little more. So yeah, congratulations, winner. Now, second place, I hear you on the complaint already. You didn't get last. In fact, you may have almost gotten first. Why should you be drinking as much as the rest of these losers? This doesn't make any sense. And I hear you. In fact, I'm empathetic to your strife. So I have advice for the future here, and that's just in the future, win. And you won't have to worry about it. So those are the 6 rules, and we're going to go over them one more time real quick. 1, for every time you lay a track that is not gray, for every train in it, you get to give 1 drink. If you lay a gray track, you have to be punished. So here's the chart again. drink according to this chart. Take a look in the description. I'm going to have a link for you to print this out. Number 3, anytime you are audibly annoyed or someone else at the table is audibly annoyed that one of their routes were taken, that person must drink 2. This is just a fun one. The 4th one, you may challenge anyone who lays a route down, and that person must answer the question of how many in this route, how many cities in the route are the capitals of their state or province. Possible answers: none of them, one is, or both are. Your in-game rules are going to be, for every destination card you can't complete, you must drink 2, and the winner, again, congratulations, we take your score, divide it by 20, and everyone at the table must drink that number. So you will drink heavily from this game with these 6 rules. And that's it. Those are the rules, and those rules are going to get you very, very drunk. They're going to make you drink quite a bit. So, and it's a great way to get this game back on the table to do that. So give it a shot. Let me know how it goes in the comments. If you have any tweaks you want to make, let me know. But I think this is going to be really good to get you to get some more table time for this game and for you to get a little drunk. So if you would, please go ahead and like or smash, or what's the lexicon at this point for the like button? Is it hitting it or banging it? Do you just like straight up? Or just tap it, just hit the like button once. Helps on the YouTube algorithm, would really appreciate it. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm going to be coming out with lots more drinking games for this. Some rules explanations. I'm going to go through some solo play. I've got a lot, I think, to offer for the videos. So hit the bell, hit the subscribe button, and you're going to see more of these things come out. So I appreciate it. Going to see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.